I'm going to start the first part of the acid-base titration. The first step is to make sure that you are wearing goggles. The safety is important to protect your eyes, and the glove too. And in this step, I'm going to show you how to wash the burette. So here the burette is clamped to the burette stand, and through a funnel I'm going to add. I want to make sure the stop clock is closed. Stop clock is closed when the stop clock is at 90-degree angle, and you can open it like this, and when you rotate you can open and close. So here I make sure the stop clock is closed, place the funnel on top and add water to about 20 milliliters, and then take the funnel out, unclamp the burette. We can wash the burette by rinsing horizontally, placing it horizontally and rotating like this. So I can open the stopcock to drain the water. Again, it's better to wash the burette couple times. So again I add water, take the burette out, hold it horizontally and rotate. And then drain water. Now the next step is to add. I want to wash the burette with the titrating solution. So here in this experiment I am going to use the base in the burette and the acid in the flask. So because I am going to add base to the burette, I am going to wash the burette with the base, the solution. We add about 10 milliliter of the solution, and the same way we rinse this.
If you go down to the end of this hall and to the right in the middle, against this side. Can't find the other side.
Now we can get rid of the air bubbles that trap in the bottom by rotating the stop clock several times. You have to make sure that there are no air bubbles below the stopcock when you do the titration, otherwise you get wrong volume calculations. Now the burette is clean. Now I would like to fill the burette with the base solution. So I don't have to completely fill the burette here. I would probably fill about 30 milliliter. I added 40 milliliter here. So now I have the base in the burette. Now I want to measure the volume of the base, initial volume. So in order to measure the volume, I will have to read the meniscus against the scale, and here I see it's the reading is at 9.5 milliliter. Starting volume. 0 is on the top, so the meniscus is at the 9.5 milliliter position. Now I want to make sure that our funnel and the flask they are clean. Couple of times with water and deionized water. And then I want to wash this one with the acid solution, because that's the acid solution is the one that we are going to add here. I also need a graduated cylinder to measure the amount of acid that I am going to put in this Erlenmeyer flask. Sure to rinse the graduated cylinder and then rinse again with the acid. then measure exactly 10 milliliter. Perhaps I will add 20 milliliter acid. So when you measure a solution in the graduated cylinder, we have to make sure that the meniscus of the liquid should align with the scale. So I add one more drop. Here you go. So I have 20 milliliter of the acid. I'm going to place the acid in here in the flask. And then we have to, in order to do the titration, we have to use an indicator. The indicator is a solution where it changes the color depending on the pH of the solution. So phenolphthalein is a acid-base indicator, and it is colorless in acidic solution and turn purple in the basic solution. I just add 2 drops of phenolphthalein. Mix it. Now I am ready to titrate the acid solution with the base in the burette. So first thing I want to do is to open the stock cloth slowly. Watch for the add drop wise. Initially you can add liquid faster, but later we have to make sure that we add slowly. So slowly add the base solution to the acid solution. You can see that still it's colorless. Still the acid solution with the phenolphthalein is colorless. So I can see now it begins to change the color, so I will start adding the base solution from the burette drop wise until the color change. I can see the color develops and fade away. That means still it's acidic. It's not completely neutralized. Once the colors change completely to purple, I'm going to stop the stopcock. Now I have to add extremely carefully towards the end. So I can see the color develop and slowly fading away. So I now add drop by drop to this solution. here with this drop, the color changed completely to purple color. So that's the titration points. You can see the purple color here. Now I am going to read the final volume. So in order to read the volume, perhaps it's easier to, if you cannot read this meniscus, it's easier to place a black background. And now I see the final volume as 28.1. So we started at 9.5 milliliter, and then at the end point, so end point is the point where you see the color change in the last drop. So the end point, the volume is 28.1 milliliter. So the difference between 28.1 and 9.5 milliliter is the volume of base I added to neutralize the 20 milliliter solution, acid solution in the flask. So next step is to calculate the concentration of the acid using the known concentration of the base.